Hey, I know I made a video before this about debt and stuff like that and my new job at Walmart as a teller and how excited I was about it. And then I don't think I wrote after I actually got the job, which technically I started on August 17th of 2021. And I am basically a cashier. They call us, I want to say it was front end, yeah, which means we can do other stuff like we can watch the doors, we can do returns, return them to the shelves. We can either self checkout or the actual checkouts where the person does the scanning and stuff, or the garden center, which has a checkout there. And I've even done temperature checks on the employees when they start their shift. So that's kind of what so far the job has entailed. And first day of orientation on the 17th, I hated it. It was ironic because I just saw my therapist that week, and he told me, yeah, like them giving you a 90 days tryout, you are doing the same thing, which actually made me feel better because it's true. It's like, don't make you think like you're stuck in this job because you're really not. We all have choices. I don't have to put up with this job, and I can always find something else. But let me tell you, after I decided I was going to keep it, kind of low-key, go with the flow, it wasn't so bad. The second day was a lot better. And mostly, yeah, I've kept my cool, even though I think I made 3 people mad so far in my job, and within 3 weeks I've pissed off 3 people and customers. That's it, which I think is pretty good. But I'm not going to let it bother me if I can help it. Which, yeah, it did, because obviously I was thinking about 2 of them for a long time, but, I wasn't, like, depressed over it or anything like that. And for the most part, I do like the job. So that's good. But, I don't think I want to do this forever. And most of it's because of standing. I don't think I want to stand for 8 hours a day and hurt my feet. And then, like, right now, I'm finally got my schedule back to normal, which would be I have 3 days off and 4 days on. And so it's 6 to 3 p.m. at least right now for the next 3 weeks. I don't know if that'll change or not. And I got basically Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays off. So we'll see how those go. But no, it's definitely is not my idea of doing this forever. I think I definitely would want a job that lets you sit down every so often and still works with the customers, because I do like doing that so much. So right now I think a librarian, maybe a therapist, and maybe even drawing blood. Those are the things I thought, ooh, that might be interesting. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll work for myself, because let's face it, I've got that attitude too, that I don't think people who make hourly income, maybe not even salary income, that works for a corporation or anything, can make it. Yeah, there's some people make lots of money, but they also spend a lot of money. Why exactly do they do that? To fit in? To whatever they have to do to make it and keep their jobs. I don't know. But I do think the self-employed, it's kind of like being a starving artist. You can make it sometimes, or you don't make it, There's always a risk in everything, but I think to make it in this society, period, life, you gotta be your own boss. You gotta hustle, I guess, and do odd things and do extra stuff, but it doesn't have to be 2 or 3 hard-working jobs where you have to stand on your feet for, all of those jobs and sweat and be there for the hours that are required. I don't think you have to do that. I just gotta figure out my own niche, and not focus on being a consumer, because I think that's part of the problem. Consumerism really is, but let's face it, you need stuff to survive. What are you gonna do unless you want to live like what, tent minimum somehow? I don't know. That's the part that's hard. There's so many places to live. There's so many ways to live. Just finding the one that fits you and makes you happy and makes your life fulfilling. Yeah. But is life going to be completely fulfilling? Probably not, because a lot of people think, if you're just not going to stay easy forever. Just like, we don't know. There could be another Holocaust coming. Like the Jews had to suffer. How many times have people suffered throughout history? I really do think that's a thing. So there's times I'm thinking, wow, when's that going to happen to us in America? There are probably people living that right now, and there are. I know there are. Obviously sex trafficking, and I would assume maybe even in bad neighborhoods, right? Or they have to fear for their lives every day. So unfortunately, yeah, I don't have that kind of a lifestyle, which I'm glad. I shouldn't say unfortunately. I should say yes, I'm very thankful. But I'm scared because that could be taken away. You just never know, right? And maybe I'm being stupid worried about something like that, but I do worry about it. Anyway, just keep staring at this paper. You'll probably get dizzy with my hands shaking and everything. But as of September 1st, 2021, I wrote down these are what I owe. See this, Citibank? I'm over the limit. And I pretty much had to make a deal with them. I now pay them $113 a month for 60 months, which is 5 years, basically. Just like I am PayPal. And I remember I started at a 6,000 number, and now it's already on to 44061. So that's like the best one because I give them $110 a month for the 60 months, and I don't know how long that's gonna be. I mean, it's only it's like at least 4 more years, I'd say. And so still good standing. He's always still good standing. This one, I went over the limit. Okay, I was late last month. They gave me $29 fee. This month, one day, they gave me $39 fee. So I'm kind of pissed about this because interest is already high. And right now I think I have $25 available. So I'm gonna try and pay that sucker back and get serious about it because I want to close that account. I'm just done. Now my Discover card, yeah, they're over the limit right now because they gave me the fee, but that's nothing. So I'm still kind of in good standing with NFCU and Discover and pretty much basically Amazon because they're not, except for their stupid fees. They're like, oh, you know, they're not calling me. No credit cards are calling me. My student loan, which I don't know if we're gonna try and get the, tell them, hey, please go by my income because I'm still low income and I don't think I can pay you that much because I have too much other debt and stuff to worry about. But I don't know. I mean, I am way behind. Being current right now isn't happening. I am so behind on everything, and I'm not just saying this because I borrowed some of my before to like cable. I'm behind on the cable. It has to be paid this coming week. And so I have a late fee on it now too. Besides just being $165, it's probably $10 late fee. And it hasn't Fayetteville fine. I need to pay it too because I didn't pay it last month. I borrowed from that one too. I was like, screw this, I'll just pay it back, because it's only $200 total. So I just gotta get it paid. And I was kind of hoping to pay it off, like, I guess this month. But that's not happening, I doubt it. And I don't know, so yeah, plus paying all these people. So I don't know, I gotta get current first on all my bills. And the list of IOUs, I should get it out. Let me get the IOU list out. Then maybe you can see what I'm talking about. I did write an IOU list. Hold on, I think it's on this side. Oh, look, this is a picture of my kid, Aiden drew a long time ago. You can start that for a little bit. He was making characters. He would make YouTube videos with these kind of characters, but I don't know. I don't think he's doing that anymore. He's pretty much just been doing videos on Minecraft, I think. Stuff like that. That's what's popular right now. Trying to find this list, not so easy. I know it's here though. Hold on, let me flip this over. What can I let you start here? Let me start this cup for a minute. Well, that doesn't help too much. While I try to find this list. He's got two pictures too. Okay. That's my dad's cut from the military. Obviously, he bought it when he was out there. Someday, I don't know if someday. I saw there was a video on this too, this island here on the YouTube. It was interesting. I thought, wow, how funny is that? Because I think it's one of the islands that I guess conspiracy theorists have about it. Oh God, did you just see my medicine thing here for my stupid thyroid medicine? Get that out of the way. Anyway, okay. There's my IOU list. Maybe this is the list here because. So yeah, I wanted to buy a vacuum with my first paycheck. It didn't happen. I'm gonna get this thing on my second paycheck, and that still ain't gonna happen. Oh. Well, anyway, this is just a guess, okay? And I think I must have ordered it, but I wasn't trying to pay. So, well, that's the car insurance, the junior's phone, which technically he's paying for that, so don't count that. I mean, I had to pay 25 of it. Cable, Amazon, emergency fund stuff, retirement, and this is donation. So basically these two have to be paid and this doesn't. That's $308. Oh, plus this is my alcohol and tobacco fund. I'm doing kind of like what I would have got, like, let's say my husband gave me $10 and his tobacco costed basically $6. Let's say I got $4 change. So that's kind of my fun for that. And well, maybe I shouldn't use the word. Anyway, fees. So it's $308. That already totals $788. Okay, I don't know what's going on here with this thing, but I just hit something I didn't mean to hit. Man, hit this. But yeah, no, I didn't. And this one, there's the gasoline for the cars, which I'm guessing for the Suburban Honda, and it shouldn't cost $150. I would pray. There's a Fayetteville at $41. This is Aiden, Raymond, and this is $25 for 5 savings and checking for an FCU. Like 3 for the kids, 1 for me, 1 for my husband, and 1 checking. And then this here is what I owe for an FCU, $320 a month. That equals $1,404 already. That's already a lot of money. And let's see here, wipes, $100, which is not just wipes. There's other stuff too. Okay, I just put wipes. Okay, iTunes, $20. So I guess that'd be supplies that I'm counting off of Amazon. Prime is really $7. PayPal's $110. BCC, which I'm going to try and cancel for $45. That's Bentonville Community Center, which is a membership for $45 a month. Storage, this is the, remember how I said I was going to try and save like $85 would I go in for storage and get rid of like $85 worth of books a month or something like that. So that way later in the future when I finally want to read this book or get to it, I can buy it because I'll have a savings cushioned to buy a book. Like hopefully the book would only cost like $3 or $4, and you know, because instead of holding on to the book for dear life and having all this storage problem, I'm hoping, and it could go for other stuff too. It's just, that's what I'm kind of hoping, that way, you know, if I had a storage, it would cost me that to store the stuff. That's how I'm thinking of it as. Discover's $121, Citibank's the $113, then there's Aiden and Raymond again, 50/50, Amazon's $350, and look at that. See the numbers of how it all added up to $24.17. You know how many checks that is? That's like 5 work checks minimum, okay? And then I have to fix 3 laptops or buy 2 brand new ones that are actually decent. Food, supplies, and pets, okay? That is what I'm looking at right now. I'm getting, and then, see what I'm saying? See what kind of problem I have here going on? But, there. Anyway, so I'm pretty behind on stuff, like majorly. And that $29 is already, for the tobacco fund, is already actually $43, okay? Yeah, that's what I owe right now, $43. Shoot. But I'm gonna sign off right now. Bye.